Okay. All right. So I'm back. We're gonna do four. We're gonna do at least 3 to 4 more signs today. Finish the rest tomorrow. Um, I am doing. This is part two for YouTube. Of course, IG. We just go with the flow on IG. So that's what we do there. Um, so it is the 2021 readings for the signs. The main themes that are going to pick up. I left off on Taurus. I've already done Sag through Aries. So we're going to do Taurus at the moment. Okay, 4 cards for each sign. Of course, I'm going to talk about the astrology first and then get really nitty gritty with the spiritual pull. Okay, so this is a 2021 reading for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moons, and Taurus Risings. Okay. Okay, so Taurus. What we got for Taurus? Of course, I'm coming back. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to finish all the signs today, but I'm gonna try to get to Leo, and then end the night because I got some stuff to do. Okay, so Taurus. What we got going on for Taurus? All right, so of course the main action for Taurus, yeah. Okay, so we got Uranus and Saturn at play here. Okay. All right, y'all going to be affected the most with the Saturn square Uranus. Taurus. Like I said, next, I feel like Taurus. We're gonna start with this. I feel like a lot of Taurus learned some of their lessons through their experiences this year. I really feel like Taurus did, go through the things that they had to go through and kind of grow. I feel like Taurus were kind of like forced to grow. And I feel like quite a few Taurus had a couple reality checks this year about how they've been overall. It's very interesting because I feel like Taurus have been foggy on in terms of their future. Yeah, I feel like Taurus is having a hard time trying to figure out what they're going to do with their future because I know deep down in their minds they know that they can't keep doing the same shit that they've been doing, but the problem is the year of the wild card. And I don't think Taurus likes to hear that. Okay, Taurus, Taurus would rather let's keep it 100. Even if Taurus, ended up on the struggle boat, to be honest, they would rather deal. I think, to be honest, they would rather deal with 2020 over again than rather doing 2021. I'm just gonna keep it 100 for majority of y'all. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all, some of you, it depends on, of course, personally speaking. But I feel like some Taurus, I think, as long as they are changing for the better, they're switching up their approach to life, they're changing their style, their appearance, going through a whole wardrobe change basically, and stop being hoarders. Okay, this is not the time to be hoarders. 2021 is not the year of the hoarder. Okay, you're trying to accumulate, a financial situation. That's a little different. But just accumulating other shit, I no, just 2021 is not that year. I feel like 2021 is going to really challenge Taurus to minimalize their approach, minimalize how they're going about life so that they could get aligned with their purpose more so. I feel like Taurus, similar to what Aries went through in 2020, you're definitely going to have to align with your purpose more so than ever. But the interesting part is you got Uranus in your sign. But I feel like Uranus, y'all been used to Uranus thus far. especially the April Taurus babies. Okay, the April Taurus babies, they can feel the shakeup. Okay, they can feel the shakeup within themselves. They're not. They know that they couldn't go through 2020 the same way that they've been going through years before that. They couldn't rock the same style as they used to before. A lot of tourists had to change their hairstyle up, maybe change the wig, maybe they had to change, do a buzz cut, for the male tourists out there, um, some of you had to purge shit. Some of you probably did a garage sale this year. I wouldn't have been shocked if some of you tourists had to do a garage sale because it was just because money wasn't coming in like it used to. But now, moving forward to 2021, it's time to get on mission. And I feel like 2021 is going to be a soul searching kind of year, because you're definitely going to realize for sure that you're probably going to end up changing your title, depending on what you did in, careers or something like that. In profession, I feel like some of y'all are going to change our titles. I don't think you're not going to be able to do the same thing that you've been doing. I feel like you're going to look at yourself differently next year. Some of you I could see lose weight, in a good way. I can see some of you starting like an exercise program. I could see some of you really, really changing how you're going to end up manifesting the reality that you want. And it's going to depend. I think it's going to really depend on your self-esteem and your self-worth. Taurus, next year is going to be all about your self-worth. This is what I'm picking up. It's going to be all about your values and your self-worth. And I feel like Taurus, the beautiful part about next year, though, is I feel like some of y'all are going to be like a teacher to people, because Taurus is all about, yeah, they might be the hoarders of the zodiac, but they know when to collect good shit. Okay. They know, like, okay, this looks valuable. This is like something I can use, for the long run, or I can maybe sell it off later because it's a collector's item. That's why I said they're a collector, but they know that if something looks really valuable and they get the rare edition. Okay. And then now some of y'all, shoot, I can see some of y'all make some money off of your collector items. Just that one condition, you were like one of the few people who got that specific t-shirt. I'm just using an example. You might be able to sell that off. Surprisingly, that's what I said. 2021 is the year of the wild card. Also, I can see Taurus getting back to the teacher of the zodiac, because I feel like you guys are going to be the ones when it comes to the collective. How people just they're going to be on some other shit. Okay. And I think Taurus is pretty much, for the most part, not all y'all, because some of y'all be on some other shit too, but most of y'all are going to be able to see through the bullshit, because you're the bull and you're not going to take the bullshit. So I feel like you're going to be challenged by, other people, because you see things differently. You see things in terms of, if it's not helping us create the heaven on earth that we want, you can teach certain people that, okay, maybe you shouldn't be doing this because it's not helping you in the long run. Okay. Maybe like guiding people, in the right direction. I feel like you're going to be like the mother of the zodiac. Yeah, I feel like y'all gonna be like the parents of the zodiac next year, because I just feel like Uranus and just the universe is just gonna put you into that position, okay? Because people are gonna lose their minds, okay? And I feel like y'all gonna be the most stable out of everyone when it comes to the mental craziness that's going to go down. Now, last thing I want to say, very interesting. Adolescence came up, okay? Adolescence up right. We're just going to use that. Adolescence up right. We had a couple cards just fell out of my and then we have creativity in the reverse. Creativity in the reverse. Okay. There was one more thing I wanted to say before, since the cards fell out. One more thing, Taurus. I think it's going to be very important for y'all to be in nature next year. I think nature is going to give you a lot of spiritual downloads, insight, rejuvenation. Okay. I feel like getting back to the roots of the earth is going to be very important for your sign, because to be honest, I feel be able to develop the most creativity. I feel like, especially at the beginning of the year, Saturn's going to square, I feel like the April babies, you're going to have creative blocks for a little bit. For a bit, it's going to help kind of ease your mind, kind of help you receive downloads from spirit. We already know the frequency is going to be so high. So I feel like, when you're receiving the downloads, I feel like you're going to come with the most natural approach to your ideas, and innovation and creation. Okay, because I think some people are going to try to create shit, and it's just going to go wrong. Okay, I just feel like a lot of people are going to try to create some shit, especially at the beginning of the year. They're going to try to figure out ways to make money, trying to figure out all this, scamming and shit. I feel like Taurus is not going to be up to that. Okay, I feel like as long as you get into nature, you will definitely be able to gain insight, ideas. You might even use some of nature, in a good way. Ability is going to be a very important thing for Taurus next year. Self-sustainability. Grow your own fruit, grow your own vegetables if you can. Take care of your plants. That's going to be very important. Let's go ahead and pull some cards to see. And luckily, Venus doesn't go well. Okay, no. I'm very end of the year, very end of the year. But still, that's all the way to the very end. Okay, so I feel like Taurus, you have a full year where your ruling planet does not go retrograde until 2021. Holidays, if it still exists. I just feel like I just lost thought. I just lost the train of thought. I don't even know what I was talking about. I know I was talking about self-sustainability, grow your own food. There was something we're just gonna draw cards. Let's just go into it. Oh, Venus retrograde. That's right. That's right. So yes, I feel like relationships is going to be in a way better zone for Taurus this year. Money too as well. Money as well. I mean, I can see some of y'all surprisingly have a modeling career next year. I can see someone, like where someone's developing a new business, you can be their model. I feel like, especially like, for example, if one of your friends does hair, maybe be their model. I feel like you'll probably can make some money off of that. So I honestly, because I feel like people are going to be looking for more natural earth, like a very earth look. I feel like Taurus has the most how can I say this, like very earthy, natural look to them. They're not a lot. I feel like when they do the aesthetic, the like plastic surgery or what, no, they don't know. It just doesn't work that well for them. I feel like they need to keep the natural look thing. I think people are going to be looking more for that. Okay, people are not going to be looking for puffed ass lips, you know, uh, a readjusted chin piece. People are not looking for that no more. People are not looking for overinflated ass no more. I really feel like people are, really wanting just a natural look. So don't puff up your lips. Don't, get the eye pushed back. Don't fuck with the nose. You're just spending money for no reason, and you're just wasting your energy and time on just bullshit. We need to be smart with our money next year. Okay. Two more cards for Taurus. Okay, transparency upright. Transparency upright. And then the oracle in the reverse. The oracle in the reverse. Okay, so like I'm just flowing with this reading for this Taurus. I feel like some Taurus are going to come up next year. I really do. I really feel like after this year, even though you're going to experience challenges from Jupiter and Saturn, I still feel like y'all going to still have a come up, because I feel like unlike Aries, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep giving Aries a bad rep because I feel like Taurus pretty much watched the Aries in the background. We're like, no, we ain't going to play that game. So I feel like Taurus is learning from their Aries counterparts, okay? And they're learning from them, and they're seeing their mistakes, and they're like, okay, I'm not going to be doing 2020. They were fucking up. I feel like Taurus was observing, all that shit that's been going down with other people, and they're like, okay, look, I'm not going to go through that shit. I'm going to make the necessary moves that I had to. I seen, Taurus did make necessary moves in 2020. And I feel like it's going to really benefit them. And especially, like, I think if Taurus, like, moved closer to, like, like more of like a natural nature kind of place, I feel like it's going to bring out the youthfulness in them with this adolescence upright. I feel like it's bringing, out a lot of their youthfulness. And when the Taurus really, looks a lot more youthful or younger than what they are, it really, especially with Uranus in their sign, it's going to attract like people. And I feel like Taurus, you're going to become like popular next year in the community. Okay. I feel like you're going to become pretty popular, especially if you are pretty spiritual. And I would say this because I think sometimes Taurus, they doubt, okay, the oracle in the reverse. They doubt their intuition. They doubt, their higher mind capabilities sometimes. And, your intuition a lot more. I feel like you'll be able to see the way a lot more clear. That's why I feel like getting into nature, getting into the forest, getting to, closer to the water, body of water, it's going to really help that and bring that out, because Taurus, your earth sign. And I feel like allow it to, okay? Because I feel like you're going to doubt it a little bit with the oracle in the reverse. And that's why I said next year is going to be a year of self-worth for you, because when you're doubting those powers, you're not going to be able to manifest and bring the energy that you want to you. So I feel like once you stop doubting it, I feel like that's going to relieve any kind of creative blocks, okay, with the creativity in the reverse. I feel like Taurus too, and goddess energy, okay, you're ruled by Venus, and she's going to have a pretty good year until the end. So I feel like as long as you tap into that goddess, God energy, like I said, that's creation. I could see, if there's any Taurus out there who want to have babies, I feel like next year would be a good year for that. And like I said, I'm still picking up for y'all too. Home births. Okay, do a home birth. Don't not. I'm not a fan of the hospitals next year. Unfortunately, it's just going to be the same bullshit as 2020 when it comes to that. So I would suggest, I spiritually, I feel that doing a home birth, getting a doula, that will work out perfectly. And then last but not, like I said, be yourself as well. Mars is going to hit your sign in the beginning of the year. I would say the roughest part for Taurus in 2021 is going to be the first 2 months. And then it's going to lighten up. Okay. I feel like the first 2 months is going to be kind of challenging because there's going to be massive Aquarius energy. But as long as you choose your purpose and choose your mission, I feel like you're same thing with you. You're gonna be in a rubber band, and then you're just gonna fling. You're gonna fling forward. Okay, that as long as you remain transparent with those around you, and those around you, and with yourself, you're gonna receive a lot of support too. Okay, especially with your friends. As long as you're being honest, especially if you need some kind of assistance, don't be afraid to ask for help, because there will be assistance there for you, especially spirit is going to be there. Okay, so that's just how I feel with Taurus. Next year, beginning of the year is going to be challenging, the very beginning, but then it's going to lighten up, and you're going to see how much it's going to just lighten up for you. Trying to think of anything else. I think next year is going to be a pretty good relationship year for Taurus as well. I just think it's going to be an overall better year than this year. But like I said, it's going to be very interesting because some of you are not going to like some of the wild card changes that occurs. Okay, just be open to change. I think that's going to be your biggest challenge of the year. Be open to change, Taurus. I think that's really all I have to say. Be open to change. And I think that change is it's going to happen for you. It's going to be through, like, of course, your community. It's going to be through your purpose, your title, your job. Just be open to it. Do not be stubborn. That's going to be your demon. Do not be stubborn. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Gemini. Okay, so this is a 2021 reading for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moons, and Gemini Risings. Okay, Geminis, what we got going on for 2021? What I'm picking up for Geminis next year, I feel like Geminis are going to you're going to be the facilitators, coming from change. You all are going to be the facilitators of change. Okay. You all are going to be the facilitators of change in the way that I think you all are going to be the ones who are going to make the most change across the collective as a whole. And what I mean by that is it's very interesting because of course I'm picking up, the Geminis in the White House. Okay, there's multiple Geminis. Okay, there's multiple Geminis in the White House. They're both the president and the vice president. Okay, whether you like them or not. North Node's in your sign. And I'm picking up that you all are going to be the ones who are going to pretty much throw the monkey wrenches in the systems. Okay, that's what I'm picking up because y'all had a wild year this year. Okay. But I feel like since now we have this Aquarius air energy, it's like I feel like your minds are just going to. I feel like you're going to outbeat Aquarius next year when it comes to the geniusness. Okay, I feel like you're going to outbeat Aquarius, and the reason fight cut right now. I feel like y'all just sitting back watching people argue on social media. I feel like y'all just sitting back watching people argue over the bullshit that's going on the world stage. Y'all just sitting back observing. You know, I just feel like even the shit that came at y'all this year, you know, yes, some of y'all had to go broke because that was the mindset you were in. But I feel like most of y'all recovered. I'm picking up the vibes that most of y'all recover your financial situation as long as you're in the mindset. Just continuously say Spirit is reworking your financial into 2021, you know, with that same energy output. So I feel like now with this Aquarius energy, I feel like the luck is going to be on your side. I feel like the luck is going to be on your side next year. Especially if you got any, dead ass. I feel like y'all, I feel like no one's going to be able to get lawsuits in next. I don't even know how. You know, if you decide to sue the government, you probably gonna get paid out because because Geminis can figure out the loopholes. Okay, I would say this. Speaking of loopholes, I would say this for y'all. It's going to be very important for you guys to figure out loopholes when it comes to your job situations, how to, skirt out money, because I feel like Geminis know how to make money, especially in different many kind of ways. Make sure you're connecting with your neighbors. Make sure you're connecting with, like I said, the mailman. Okay, make sure you know your mailman. Make sure like the farmers market person. I feel like you guys are going to be the connectors next year. Okay, it's going to be very important because I feel like your role as the connector, you're going to help people be able to gain access to new resources, because I feel like y'all are going to be able to really connect the dots and figure out new ways. Boom. You're going to be figuring out new ways on how to access resources, access sustainability, access, money in certain different ways. I feel like you're going to facilitate a lot of change when it comes to I'm picking up. Facilitating change when it comes to gatherings. Yes. Okay. So I feel like, and then the last but not least, pay attention to physical symbolism. Okay, really pay attention to physical symbolism. I feel like Spirit is guiding y'all through that if you're paying attention, especially when it comes to your direction that you're heading in life, because that's still kind of confusing a little bit. I pick up, because that has dissolved a lot, but we need y'all in leadership right now. So, because I feel like you guys are gonna pretty much help, even though y'all play both sides on a lot of things. Okay. I'm picking up, you're going to be able to play both sides, but you're going to always pick the right side. Okay. So that's what I'm picking up for Geminis. Now, the challenge for next year is going to be, I'm picking up relationships, to be honest. I'm picking up relationship challenges, not in the worst way, but some of you who are single, you're still attracting the partner from the old paradigm. I think you're going to have to be careful because Mercury is going to retrograde in your sign next year. So you know what that means. Case of the X. Okay, doesn't matter if they coming at you from a different dimension. Okay, I just seen this card. We're gonna do a shadow upright. They're gonna come from the shadows. Okay, they're gonna come from a different dimension, but you gotta be able to not choose the same type of partners from the past or an actual ex that comes into your life again. I feel like they're gonna try to creep right back in, Geminis, because they see you changing, they see you accessing new resources, they seeing you, making new money. Okay, they seeing you, shit, they're gonna be a little food shortage. Y'all gonna Gemini's gonna develop rationing skills. Okay, y'all gonna, pretty much set up your home, but then you're gonna have the ex gonna be watching from the background in the bushes. They see you, figuring out new ways. And that's going to be one of your challenges. They're going to try to come back. Even if you done moved to a different city, that motherfucker is going to show up in that city somehow. So just be on the outlook, Geminis. Because, I know y'all, yes, even because I have feelings, because y'all know how to choose, good looking people, partners. So, I know that if you see that partner again, oh, they looking good, whatever, but they ain't good for you. Okay. Okay, the cheetah upright. Ooh, the cheetah upright. Interesting. The volcano upright. The volcano upright. And the oracle again. The oracle in the reverse. The oracle in the reverse. Okay. Get my water with lime. Okay. Oh, hey, Alvin. I see you. Hype man. He's a Gemini too. Okay, so. All right, so let's get into this. Geminis. Okay, so like I said, if the X comes back, okay, the case of the X, okay, run fast away. The cheetah, run as fast as you can away. The cheetah. Okay, any past lovers? Now, some of y'all are gonna be like, okay, but what if, I got a baby daddy that still needs to, you get what I mean. Make a move, swipe, okay, no, not this year, no. Yes, we changed our standards, but none of the past, no. Okay, South Node's in your 7th house that's dealing with relationships, relating to others. That's why I pick up past vibes coming in, and Mercury's going to retrograde in your house. They're going to come. I expect a text, working out, your body looking right. Don't be sending them no nudes. Okay, none of that. No dick pics, no little, coochie pics, none of that. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Good. Okay, bye. Now, I feel like Geminis, one of the other challenges is I feel like there's going to be still certain things that's going to trigger you throughout the year. Because I feel like some of you are going to have people kind of coming at you sideways, here and there throughout the year. It's not because of it could be because of your energy, and maybe it is probably because of your energy, because sometimes some of you need more shadow work to do. Okay, a little bit more shadow work to do. Yeah, and I think when you're working on yourself, like I said, when you do shadow work, I feel like when you're noticing yourself getting triggered just over the smallest things, because Geminis, you have to verbalize, your feelings a lot, and when you're feeling triggered by, because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to trigger y'all next year. Trust. Okay, the volcano. Sometimes y'all gonna blow up. Okay, sometimes you're gonna blow up next year. There's gonna be some confrontations. Especially during the Mercury retrograde. Okay, that Mercury retrograde is gonna fuck some shit up. Okay, when Mercury retrogrades in its home sign of Gemini, get ready. Shit's gonna get fucked up. Not. I don't think it's gonna be y'all gonna get fucked up. It's gonna be people fucking shit up that's gonna piss you off that you're involved in. Okay, so it's kind of like if it becomes Walking Dead about out here. Okay, if it becomes Walking Dead all of a sudden in 2021. Okay, I feel like some people gonna piss you off because they not thinking. They ain't thinking straight. Okay, some of them trying to bring their kids along. You're like no, 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 you can't. No, you're gonna have to go rogue with that kid. Okay, I can see y'all Geminis. Okay, being like, no, you gotta go rogue. So that's what I said. I feel like because there's gonna be times it's gonna, and not literally Walking Dead, but y'all know what I mean. Some of these people are just, especially when that solar eclipse happens in y'all sign. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a preview of what June gonna be like. Okay, the energy is gonna move so quick, for you guys. Okay, the cheetah upright. Okay, the energy is gonna move so quick, and I feel like the energy is gonna move so quick. There's gonna be so many things that's going to change on the spot, on the dime, especially for yourselves. So just get ready for the spiritual shakeup in June. I'll say June, July-ish. Okay, so just be prepared for the spiritual shakeup. And I'm feeling like it's for the best. I feel like I can see some of y'all relocating because of it. Okay, some of it's going to just be out of spirit's just going to move you out of a zone that's supposed to get hit by like a storm or something, because June is open season, with storms. Okay, so I feel like some of you are going to, because the weather is going to get crazy next year. Okay, I'm just going to let y'all know that from the jump. The weather is going to get crazy. If you thought the weather was crazy this year, no, bitch, no, bitch. Okay, y'all didn't see nothing. Okay, yeah, the hurricane season was busy, but they overhyped that shit. The only place that got really hit bad was Louisiana, and then southern Florida. I think when one of my friends sent me pictures down there. They were literally like on an island with the water, like the neighborhood. Because I stayed there in the in September and October, and that neighborhood was like their house was surrounded by water. I was like, oh fuck, Florida got a little action too, but Louisiana got the smoke. Okay, it's going to happen again next year. I'm just going to let y'all know that these areas that have not gotten hit, it's going to get hit next year. So I'm just giving y'all heads up. Okay, so I just feel like listen to spirit. Okay, the oracle in the reverse. If some of y'all feel unease throughout the year, especially if you're a reader, pull some cards for yourself. Okay, I would say get some spiritual guidance. Spirit's going to let you know when you got to go. Okay, I'm just going to let y'all know that right now, Geminis. But like I said, Spirit's going to let y'all know. Like I said, It's gonna let all the Geminis know. I feel like y'all gonna be open antennas next year. Okay, you just gonna be and you're gonna just once you hit that. Oop, wait, hold up. Spirit done told me something. Hold on. So I'm just saying, keep that crown chakra, healthy and good. But like I said, money wise, I feel like money is going to go through ebbs and flows for y'all throughout most of the year. Venus is the ruler of y'all 8th house. Okay, yeah. The 8th house? No, that would make sense. That's wrong. Venus is the ruler of your 5th house. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So some of you are going to have new love next year. Like I said, do not choose the past. Okay, that's the hint. Do not choose the past. Because I feel like I said, that ex is gonna be looking from the bushes, y'all. They're gonna be looking from the bushes. And then, they see you, ooh, you talking to someone new, bet the next gonna hit you up right then and there. They gonna see that shit. They gonna be peeping game, even from a different dimension. Okay, they might be on the other side of the collective. They still peeping game. But yeah, like I said, I feel like some of you are gonna actually. I would say this too. Some of you might have unexpected travels next year, but in a good way. I feel like there's gonna be some unexpected travels, not international, but just like I could see some of y'all going on, long distance trips. Maybe I could see a lot of y'all go on one long distance trip, like a car trip or something like that, because I don't know the airplane situation next year. I mean, y'all know my predictions with that shit. So I see a car trip coming. Okay. Maybe a good friend, maybe a lover. Okay. Maybe take a drive along, the East Coast, or if you live on the West Coast, take a drive along the West Coast. If you live in the Midwest, if you live along the lake, take a drive along the lake. I can see like road trips. I can see y'all, going to like, seeing new places in the U.S. Okay, I would suggest that for Geminis. Go to places that you have not been to in the U.S. You might pick up something from there too. Okay, like good ideas. Good ideas. You could meet someone new. Just don't, especially if it's a potential lover, make sure it's not long distance. But yeah, I really feel like really good energy. I feel like luck is going to be on y'all's side next year. Okay, because this year was just not the year. Okay, we're just going to say that this year was not the year for y'all. Not in the way, not so bad, but some because I seen it. Some Geminis became homosexuals too, between y'all and Pisces. I was like, damn. That's what I was just like, damn, y'all. Maybe I need to get on that. I wasn't a homosexual this year. That just wasn't not my thing. But let me see. Is there anything else that I could pick up for Geminis next year? Yeah, those are the main things. Those are the main things. The rough part for y'all is going to be when Mercury retrogrades, especially in June, and then the Mercury retrograde in Libra, because especially if you have a new lover, miscommunication and stuff like that can pop up, during that time frame. Yeah, the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, I'm not too concerned about that for y'all. That one, y'all, because that's y'all ruling planet. So I'm not. I feel health is way better than this year. Way better, especially sexual health. Sexual health is going to do. Yeah, sexual health is going to be way healthier. Y'all going to have a much better sexual appetite next year. I would just say you already know. Avoid, certain things that. Okay, last thing, Gemini's. Last thing. Health wise, I think y'all gonna be straight. It's just, you already know. Don't do something that you have no business to be part of. Okay, we're just gonna say that. But Gemini's last thing with the relationships. Okay, those of you who are in current relationships. Okay, current relationships. Make sure y'all are on the same page. If y'all not on the same page, I can foresee some kind of separation. Okay, just because y'all are not on the same mind space. If you're not in the same mind space, it's not going to happen. That solar eclipse definitely sets some things off for those Geminis in current relationships who don't see eye to eye. I can see. Okay, we're moving on to Cancers. Let's get to the Cancer reading. Okay, so this is a 2021 reading for Cancers. Check my battery. Okay, might be able to. Let's see. My battery is running down low. Quick. Okay, so Cancers. Depending on how the battery, this might be my last sign for the night. Unfortunately, the battery's running low. Battery didn't charge up as quickly as I thought it would. So, okay, so this is a 2021 reading for Cancer Suns, Cancer Moons, and Cancer Risings. Okay. Okay, so Cancers, are y'all prepared for y'all glow up? Are y'all prepared for your glow up? The reason why I say that is because now all this Capricorn energy is out. It is not opposing you. All you got is just Pluto opposing your sign, which Pluto's been opposing y'all sign since 2008. So that's nothing new at this point. It's nothing new under the sun. But I hope y'all prepare for your glow up, because I feel like Cancers are going to go through the biggest transformation out of every sign of the zodiac next year. I feel like Cancers, y'all not gonna come out. Trust, by the end of 2021, y'all not gonna come out the same. Y'all not gonna come out the same. I'm just gonna let y'all know y'all not gonna come out the same. Y'all gonna come out totally different. I feel like some of y'all gonna come out as different people by the end of 2021. We're just gonna put it like that. The reason why I say that is because you're gonna have all this 8th house energy. Like this is like death, rebirth. Okay, death, rebirth, the rising of the phoenix through the ashes. Okay, I feel like y'all gonna be a different person. Okay, I feel like some of y'all are gonna be even recognizable. Just because you done went through so many like psychological metamorphosis. Your energy output is now increasing. Your vibes are increasing. I feel like money is going to increase for sure. Okay, I feel like Cancers get ready for financial abundance next year, because Jupiter is rolling through that house. Okay, so make sure your energy output is in the right position to be able to be in order to receive. If it's not financial, it's definitely resources. Okay, the resources will be there, but I feel like y'all gonna be straight money wise next year. Cancers, I think next year would be a good year. Like if you got coins, definitely invest. Okay, definitely think about investing. I would just say avoid stock market next year, because stock market, if you look at the US dollar The US dollar is down. Okay, the US dollar is down across the globe, for like global currency. The US dollar is down. So, I feel like Americans get ready for a stock market crash. I feel like that's going to be, on its way. So just be prepared to, readjust your money, especially if you're Cancer. Be prepared to readjust your money where you're allocating your money in shares. Okay. If you're in the stock market, property investments, I feel like Cancers, some of you will probably end up purchasing your first home. If you're, I can see some Cancers purchase, like some Cancers going to purchase land. Okay, I can see some Cancers purchasing land. Okay, that's those who have coins. I feel like Cancers are definitely going to get intimate next year. They're gonna get real intimate. Definitely, I can see Cancers expanding their sexuality next year. Those of you who have not fully came out, you're going to be out and about. Okay, Cancers. Some of you, some of you who haven't really truly got in touch with your sexuality, 2021 is going to be that year. Okay, so be open, and I feel like some of you. Not just that, I feel like some of y'all are going to drop labels. Okay, you're attracted to whatever you're attracted, and I can see some of y'all being like, nope, I'm not getting involved in the LGBTQ A, B, C, D. We're not doing that. You're doing your own thing. Don't be afraid though, okay? I'm gonna say this though. When you do that, it's gonna rub some people wrong. I can see something like that where you're expressing your full sexuality, and I feel like your friend group is going to change after that. When you fully express who you are sexually. And I feel like a lot of you too are going to change up the game that way. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like people are going to really see that sexuality, especially in 2022. It's definitely a box. Okay. I feel like people are going to see that it's a box, and it's putting people in boxes. And I feel like Cancers, if you don't fully express yourself, or you choose a box, you're going to feel limited. Because 2021 is the new paradigm. And I'm feeling like if anybody's still adopting these labels, which is fine, but if you're living that as your identity, you're keeping yourself limited, and you're bringing that limited energy to yourself. I know it's a hard concept to wrap some people's heads around, but if you really continue to just identify with that and hide behind that identity, you're limiting yourself. 2021 is not about limiting yourself. So Cancers, you're going to learn that lesson next year. Don't limit yourself. Like I said, I can see some of y'all changing up the relationship standards here. I can see some of y'all making polyamorous a thing. Okay, I see some of y'all making polyamorous a thing. Or one of y'all might, also join a couple. We're dealing with 8th house things, anything taboo, according to society. Block yourself from actually really experiencing what you're like. Really, you're going to block yourself from actually really tapping into yourself deeply. Okay, 2021 is not, I said this before, 2021 is not the year for the prude either. It's not the year for the prude. If you're Cancer, if you're a prude, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to look for you next year. You might end up abstinent. And then some of you cancers, some of you might claim asexuality too, because maybe that's just not your thing. All right, let's pull some cards. Okay, passion in the reverse. Passion in the reverse. Interesting. Altruism in the reverse. Altruism in the reverse. Ooh, I love how that light just, ooh, on IG said, damn. Ooh, bitch, altruism is shiny today. Yes. Hopefully when I save it, it does that. Okay, the root, boom. The root chakra. Your root chakra is going to be activated next year. The root chakra. Here we go. Watch the battery because I don't want this to die out. Okay, cool. Oh, and new beginnings. Upright, boom. New beginnings. Hold on. New beginnings, upright, cancers. New beginnings. So yes, next year, I feel like, actually, to be honest, I could see a lot of cancers, to be honest. Not a lot, I would say 60-40. Okay, like an Arnold Palmer, okay? 60-40. I see 60% of y'all cancers are still kind of prudish, okay? Passion in the reverse. Passion in the reverse. Your root chakra is going to be highly activated, okay? Even though your sacral chakra deals with more of the sexual energy, but it definitely still gets that energy from the root chakra, okay? Because the root chakra is actually, you know, where the genitals are at, like where it's located. Next year, your sexual energy is going to be high, okay? It's going to be high. And of course, you know, spiritual energy exchange is going to be very important to you. But just, of course, be careful with who you're, you know, doing that exchange with, okay? Also, maybe learn a little bit, a couple tantras, you know, maybe because you can manifest things through sex, not sex magic. Because I know some people get confused with sex magic. I'm like, no, we're not talking about sex magic. We're talking about where you can just manifest energies, you know, during sex with the right partner. Okay, I feel like the right partnership is going to be very important next year, because I really do see a lot of intimacy, because you've learned a lot of lessons the past 2 years about relationships. Okay, now you're taking it to the next level from what you've learned. Some of you got a new partner, you know, within the past 2 years. Okay, I just hope it wasn't in 2020. Especially during a Venus retrograde or Mars retrograde. But I really do feel like your sexual energy is going to be very important, because it's going to be very interesting. This is how I'm going to know if a Cancer is doing well next year or not. Okay. And I don't like to measure people when it comes to money, but we're going to go there. Okay. If I see a Cancer, okay, if they are not making that much money, they're kind of struggling next year, you know, they're having, you know, issues, you know, with home, okay, the root chakra, okay, the root chakra upright. If I see a Cancer having issues with home or something of that nature, or yeah, like I said, any kind of inflow of money, to be honest, I know you're not having enough sex. Sounds outlandish, but I'm just going to keep it 100. You're not having enough sex. You're not manifesting skills, or you might be having enough sex, but you're not setting an intention when you're having sex. You're just doing it just to do it. This is part of your transformation process, okay? You can manifest things when you set intentions when you have sex. You can, and it's possible. So do not be a prude, okay? Passion the reverse. Do not be a prude when it comes to sex or anything sexual related. Now, also, I feel like some of you Cancers, I can see some of you getting married next year. I can see some of that happening. Because one of the challenges next year is going to be how you're going to be sharing your resources. Okay, are you sharing your resources with others? You know, are you sharing it where you created a system here? Because I feel like I can see quite a few Cancers linking up with other people to share your resources. I think that's going to be very important next year. I think because if you don't, I feel like you're really blocking this altruistic trait of yours in this transformation. Okay, you're blocking an altruistic trait where that's actually, because Aquarius does rule that. Okay, Aquarius is all about altruism, and you're going to have a lot of Aquarius in your 8th house, so that deals with, you know, transformation through being altruistic. I feel like Spirit is going to bliss you when you're being generous, when you're being giving. I feel like you're going to receive that back tenfold. So I really do see that happening for Cancers, as long as they're doing it from a good intent, okay? And they're being altruistic and not expecting anything back in return. I think that's going to be one of the lessons for Cancers next year. When you're giving, do not expect anything back in return. Because I can tell some of y'all, you know, when you give, I know even if you donate, you know, to somebody, or you donate to a charity, you know, I know a little inch of you, you're like, you want something back. Altruism in the reverse, okay? I can see some of y'all like, you know, I want to get it back at some point, or, you know, I let this person borrow some money. You know, just give it back generously. Give it to them generously. It will come back tenfold. Now, new beginnings. Let's get to new beginnings upright. New beginnings upright. I really do feel there's going to be a lot of new beginnings for Cancers. Some of you are going to, I feel like, maybe get a new line of work. I can see some Cancers really, like I said, a new partner, a new intimate partner. I can see that take place. Some of you Cancers might end up relocating as well, especially towards the summer. Once Jupiter enters Pisces, I can see something like that. There's going to be some kind of new beginning in one of these areas of life, maybe a new pet. I can see that. Like I think a new pet will be a welcome change of pace for Cancers as well, if you don't have any pets. I can see some of you maybe when it comes to new line of work, maybe something more spiritual related. And that solar eclipse. Okay, let's get to that solar eclipse in June in Gemini. There's something I want. Something's bringing me to that. That solar eclipse in Gemini. The solar eclipse in Gemini is going to change something up with Cancers. I feel like there's going to be an ending in the behavior cycle that you're going to be going through. I feel like during that time frame, definitely watch, you know, your behaviors, your habits. Okay, if there's something that you've been doing too much, you know, like an addiction to something, food issues, because you're ruled by the moon. Okay, when you're in in an emotional state, y'all tend to, you know, eat a lot more, you know, emotionally eating. I would say pay attention to your habits, because something's going to shake up around that time. in June, smoke, drink, or, I'm not trying to tell you what you need to do, but if it's becoming addictive, you're going to see it in your finances. Look at your bank statements more, Cancers, next year. Look at your bank statements, or write down your, what you'd be spending, and, stuff like that. I would suggest, keeping track of your coins. Okay, Cancers, because that's where you're going to see where you are spending too much money on things that does not make sense. Okay, I feel like that's going to be very important for Cancers next year, because that's where you're going to see where your addiction is at. You're going to see if you spend a little too much money on weed money. Okay, you're going to see if you spend too much on that, or on cigarettes. Okay, you're going to see that. Or you spend too much money on alcohol, or on Skittles. I'm just using an example. I don't know. Or some of you, hey, some of y'all be paying for sex too, or, for some porn account. Okay, you've seen that's spending too much money. That maybe that's got to go. Okay, so especially when it's for free. So I'm just giving y'all that heads up. Keep track of your coins. Okay, very important, Cancers. But I do foresee a lot of new beginnings. Like I say, your root chakra is going to be highly activated. So be prepared to, like I said, be prepared for a new partner, especially, when it comes to sex, or when it comes to love, or sharing your resources is going to be a big theme. You're not going to come out looking the same by the end of 2021. And yeah, your main challenge is when you give, don't expect something back in return. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that because my phone is about to die. Okay, we can't. I don't want them to all of a sudden tell me I can't save my life. So I think that's all I have for Cancers. Like I said, it's going to be a whole different vibe next year for y'all. Y'all going to really see that because y'all been having challenges with contracts, relationships. Some of y'all got divorces. Some of you got married. A relationship was a big theme for the past couple years. Now that's changing. Everything's moving to a different area of life now. So, all right, that's all I have for today. Okay, I'm gonna do Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio tomorrow, probably in the early afternoon. Okay, probably in the early afternoon. So I love y'all. I hope my messages resonate with y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.